ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, tried to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. It's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me Went up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Treadwell. And able to get this one across the 45. He's brought down.
Here we go. A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
All day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
Let's go, G. Under 10. Off. 10.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check right 27. I got it. We're going to 54.
First down, Prescott. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. 45. Check.
Prescott on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
They're running it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Here we go, 46. Mike 27.
Hey, go. Hey, scared. Hey, check Mike 27.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Hey, we got 3 down.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Todd Gurley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Mike 54. Go, get out 26.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Seven yards there and a first down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
50-50. Mike 50. I'm going to come back to you.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big run that time by Elliott. 64 yards.
64 yards. First down, Cowboys.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Hey, kill. 45. Mike, 45. 45 is the Mike. 46.
Prescott from the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Check.
Here we go. Go to 54. Line 8.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And Bryant has got it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
It's a 6-yard touchdown pass as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Cowboys 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run.
Gurley. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Set, ready. 60 out low. All day, dog. He's coming.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over.
First down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
1st and 10 at the 45.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go.
reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They run, it's Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Zoom. Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine.
2nd and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. Williams loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
On the set. Got 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
2nd and 11. And now he'll tuck it and run. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Leighton Vander Esch on the tackle. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Stop your running.
He'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 bud. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. We're going to 53. Target. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. And we're pretty quiet.
Here's Prescott. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Mike 27. Come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, chill. 27. Mike 27.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Mike's 50. Yeah.
They try right side here. Gurley. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check Mike. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Hey, watch it.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the Cowboys' 37-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 15 running. 15 running. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is up. Check Mike 50. All day. All day.
Looking to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley and give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Mike 50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 6 guy. Check, go. Let it go.
He'll drop to throw. And escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team. But the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. 47. Don't be scared. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Check Mike 27. We're going to 54. You got nothing. We're going 47. Undercut. 26.
To try again after the sack. Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Second and 13. Jones has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's bring it.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Falcons capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mike's 50. Oh, you got deep.
The They'll look to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taking it about the 16. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's got this down to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A run with Gurley there on 1st down, going to get about 4 yards. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
That's going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front. solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 48. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Falcons, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.